NASA's Webb Space Telescope captured new pictures of a horse-shaped cloud. It's so strong, it could have recently broken how we might interpret the universe. Well, that is the issue. The James Webb Space Telescope is disturbing the apple cart. Out of nowhere, we understand that we may need to rework all the textbooks about the beginning of the universe. In the Orion cloud, cosmologists may have discovered an entirely new class of objects. One notable star nursery is the snake. Imagine briefly assuming I told you that the James Webb Telescope has found a peculiar phenomenon in space. There are a number of such structures, not just a couple. Using data gathered by the James Webb Space Telescope, NASA has identified 6 massive galaxies. It's possible they may need to rewrite the textbooks, as researchers are confounded. Let's examine their findings. 6 enormous, ancient galaxies were found by the James Webb Telescope as 6 glowing red spots against a somewhat plain background, among the oldest and largest universes discovered so far. These spots date back up to 13.3 billion years, surely not your average spots. The reddish hue of these 6 spots suggests they formed shortly after the Big Bang, within the last few hundred million years. Until now, researchers thought these structures could never have developed during that time. Contrary to previous scientific assumptions, the formation of stars and galaxies didn't take nearly as long after the Big Bang. These ancient galaxies were already enormous and teeming with star formation. One of these universe-breaker galaxies dwarfs the Milky Way by a factor of 10 and is 1 trillion times larger than our Sun. Since the universe didn't start the way we believed, those desolate ages might not have been so bleak. This discovery has disturbed many previous beliefs. In other novel findings, recent studies of exoplanet atmospheres using the James Webb have shown that exoplanet K2-18b might support life. It has turned into a focus for astronomers, as the James Webb recently detected carbon-bearing chemicals, like methane and carbon dioxide, and also found water vapor in its atmosphere. This suggests K2-18b could have a water ocean and a hydrogen-rich atmosphere, ideal conditions for life. Intriguingly, dimethyl sulfide was also detected, a compound produced by living organisms on Earth. Moving on, where did the cosmic web come from? Astronomers discovered a group of 10 galaxies formed 830 million years after the Big Bang using the James Webb Space Telescope of NASA. It's akin to finding a childhood cosmic image. Our current knowledge doesn't support the idea that these galaxies could have existed during that period, yet this new understanding challenges that belief. A massive black hole at the center of a galaxy, known as a highly luminous quasar, anchors this structure, which spans roughly 3 million light-years. It's possible this galaxy chain might evolve into a massive cluster, similar to the Coma cluster near our cosmic neighborhood. Fourthly, there are new discoveries of early, incredibly massive black holes. Black holes grow by consuming gas clouds, dust, and stars. As you may know, astronomers have detected supermassive black holes forming in the early universe, even before they had the chance to absorb much from their surroundings. Notably, James Webb captured an X-ray image of galaxy Z1, which contains the most distant black hole ever observed, an astonishing 13.2 billion light-years from Earth. Galaxy Z1 allows us to observe this black hole in its early stages, just after the Big Bang, approximately 13 billion years ago. Astonishingly, this black hole's mass is comparable to the sum of all stars in its host galaxy, with an estimated mass ranging from 10 million to 100 million times that of the Sun. Finally, the Horsehead Cloud, also known as Barnard 33, is located roughly 1,300 light-years away. The instruments on the Webb telescope have enabled scientists to observe the illuminated edge of the Horsehead Cloud and its small-scale structures for the first time. Its light originates from a nearby star, offering researchers a unique opportunity to study this iconic cosmic formation. Ejecting hot liquid stone, it discharges ice, salts, and other frozen substances. A series that was beforehand accepted to be geographically dormant is encountering this. Enceladus, Europa, and Triton are only a couple of the moons in our planetary group that have encountered this sort of volcanic activity. When frozen substances are launched out, Comet 17, a space-staying liquor spray, and, furthermore, Comet Lovejoy should be mindful. Lovejoy was an extremely active and brilliant comet, unlike any comet in recent memory. In January 2015, when it was closest to the Sun, it released 20 tons of water each second. Ongoing research, however, has shown that this comet has been releasing an extensive measure of alcohol and even sugar into space. At its most remarkable, it could explode sufficient liquor to fill 500 wine bottles each second. If only those who enjoy a drink could get their hands on it. Comets might have brought the building blocks for life to Earth, according to this finding. Point 18. The galaxy's mysterious protection mechanism. Were you aware that the Milky Way, at its core, functions as an enormous particle accelerator, catapulting charged matter into space at nearly the speed of light? Something fascinating about these cosmic rays near the galactic center was recently discovered by researchers. There appears to be a mysterious barrier that stops countless cosmic rays from entering the core, even though there are many leaving Sagittarius A, the supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy. Researchers believe it may be responsible for the complex mix of magnetic fields that could be causing this barrier. Water in a star system. Number 19. The James Webb Space Telescope also identified the presence of water vapor surrounding PDS 70, a young star system currently undergoing planet formation. This is significant because it lies within the normal development area for rocky planets, like Earth. Due to the intense stellar radiation, it was previously believed that PDS 70, which is around 5.4 million years old, didn't contain much water. However, close to the star, the telescope detected 330 degrees Celsius water vapor. Scientists are now trying to determine the source of this water. Their best guess is that it either forms naturally within the star system or originates from icy dust particles migrating from the system's colder outer regions and transforming into gas near the star. There may have been water on these planets from the beginning if we find them. Space Pac-Man, number 20, N63. It looks remarkably like the video game character Pac-Man, located in the Large Magellanic Cloud galaxy, approximately 163,000 light-years from Earth. It's a remnant from a distant galaxy left over after a stellar explosion long ago. A cloud of blistering hot gas resembling Pac-Man was created by this blast. A multitude of infant stars, resembling the power pellets Pac-Man consumes in the game, surrounds the Pac-Man figure. N63A is still in its early stages, and as it finds its balance, it will likely begin producing stars of its own. 21. The GW Ori star system. A star system found around 1,300 light-years away, known as GW Ori, has caught the academic community's attention. A planet in this system orbits 3 stars simultaneously, instead of just 2. 3 hazy rings appear around what looks like a giant bullseye in space. The bullseye is centered on a trio of stars. 2 stars close together form a circle, while a third star orbits the pair more widely. New evidence suggests that one of the system's 3 rings is slightly tilted, and scientists believe this is due to the presence of a massive planet, around Jupiter's size, within it. If their calculations are accurate, this would be the very first planet found to orbit 3 stars. Ross 128b, number 22. Ross 128b is a relatively nearby planet, only 11 light-years away, and its composition is likely rocky, according to researchers. Due to its slightly larger size compared to Earth, it's known as a super-Earth. This planet is unique because it's within Ross 128's habitable zone, which means it's not too far from the star for liquid water to exist. Since life has the potential to thrive in wet conditions, Ross 128b's potential habitability is a significant point of interest. Its host star, Ross 128, is both smaller and cooler than our Sun. Scientists believe Ross 128b might still have an atmosphere similar to ours, perhaps aided by high-altitude clouds that reflect light since it receives more light than Earth. Behind Proxima Centauri b, it's the second closest planet identified as potentially habitable. Number 23. A huge Milky Way gap. Satellites have revealed 2 colossal gas clouds in space that appear to be very close to each other, almost touching. However, new 3D mapping research shows these clouds are quite far apart, by the order of hundreds of light-years. A massive optical illusion creates the appearance of an enormous gap between them, about 500 light-years wide. This void is known as the Perseus-Taurus supershell. Supernova blasts that occurred eons ago are believed to have created it. An intriguing aspect of this explosion is that it contributed to the formation of new stars near the empty space. It ends on a happy note, though it's more of a tragic love story set in space. Moon Hut, number 24. On the far side of the moon, China's Yutu-2 rover discovered what appeared to be a puzzling dwelling. There was a lot of excitement as many wondered if it was an alien structure or something more mundane. Our guesses were mistaken. A large rock resembling a rabbit turned out to be its true identity. In tribute to a legendary figure from Chinese folklore, the rover team named it Jade Rabbit. While the stone's composition is still being determined, it's interesting because it can shed light on the moon's geology, even if it isn't an extraterrestrial structure. Number 25. Black hole cannon with a helix shape. The first photograph of a supermassive black hole, approximately 6.5 billion times denser than the Sun, was taken a few years ago by astronomers in the galaxy M87, located roughly 55 million light-years away. Researchers were hoping to catch a glimpse of the massive stream of debris ejecting from the black hole's core, but they found something peculiar. The stream doesn't appear to flow in a straight line. Instead, it resembles a twisted double helix, almost like a corkscrew. A huge magnetic field emanating from the black hole gives it this structure, extending into space for almost 3,300 light-years. The length of this magnetic field in a cosmic jet has never been seen before. According to researchers, it sheds light on a massive phenomenon in a different way. What else could the James Webb Telescope discover out there? Can you predict what the next big finding will be? Leave a comment with your ideas, subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and let us know if you like this video so we can keep you posted on any new cosmic discoveries. See you soon. The James Webb Telescope has truly amazed everyone. Superheated gas fills the inner region of the ring, which is composed of around 20,000 atomic hydrogen clusters. Polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons and a thin ring of carbon-based molecules form the primary shell in these images. M57 stands out due to the 10 arcs that radiate from the central ring. According to cosmologists, these arcs originated when a smaller companion star interacted with the dying star's gas, causing the cloud structure to ripple as the companion star passed through the gas. Number 12. The most distant galaxy ever recorded. This telescope shattered all previous records in 2023 by revealing the farthest galaxy ever seen. This discovery is anything but ordinary. Known as JD's GZ13, it is remarkable for a galaxy this distant to shine so brightly. The fact that JD's GZ13's precursor was born 320 million years after the Big Bang adds another layer of intrigue. The light emanating from this ancient 1/600 light-year-wide object comes primarily from young stars rather than a growing supermassive black hole, meaning that the galaxy's mass is several times that of the Sun. Oxygen is also included in the light emissions. If you're still confused, let me explain. When our galaxy came into view, many generations of massive stars had already lived and died. Number 13. A super-Earth, also 137 light-years away. Researchers have discovered yet another planet that might be ideal for life, named TOI 715b. It orbits a red dwarf star, which is smaller and cooler than our Sun. We have the best chance of finding potentially habitable planets around stars like this, known for supporting rocky planets due to their reduced size and lower surface temperatures. Red dwarfs allow planets to orbit in a more favorable zone, where liquid water could exist. TOI 715b completes one full revolution around its star every 19 days. Planets like TOI 715b are much easier to detect because their rapid orbits cause them to pass in front of their stars more frequently. This system might even contain another Earth-sized planet. Number 14. Ethereal jellyfish. My favorite discovery involves a distant galaxy cluster known as ULT 2877. Where scientists recently found a gigantic jellyfish-like structure. Only a narrow band of radio radiation reveals this cosmic jellyfish, which spans over 1 million light-years. This phenomenon has scientists wondering if this object could be a radio phoenix. Its emission is strong at lower radio frequencies but suddenly disappears at 200 MHz. In terms of the frequency range, this structure is the largest of its kind so far. A cosmic event, possibly a galaxy collision, could have renewed what had faded over eons after a massive explosion, perhaps a black hole eruption. As a result, it becomes highly visible at certain radio frequencies while becoming completely invisible at others. Number 15. The Cloud of Orion. Another first was the discovery of a novel carbon molecule, methylcation, by scientists using NASA's James Webb Space Telescope. The ability to form more complex carbon-based molecules, essential for life, makes this molecule significant. This compound was found in the Orion cloud in a young stellar system known as D20-356, located around 1,350 light-years away. Neighboring hot, young massive stars emit intense ultraviolet light that would normally degrade complex organic molecules. However, contrary to expectations, researchers believe that this UV radiation could actually aid the formation of methylcation and, in turn, stimulate the formation of other complex carbon molecules. Number 16. Ice volcanoes on Ceres. Ceres is a dwarf planet with a volcano in the asteroid belt between Jupiter and Mars. This volcano doesn't typically release molten rock and fire. Instead, it operates quite differently. Scientists believe it is a cryovolcano, known as Anomaly, which may release briny or icy materials instead of lava. A bursting star began in an imploding interstellar cloud. Even so, the gas mists encompassing the Horsehead cloud have generally diffused. The thick material that makes up the unmistakable support point shape is still holding on. However, cosmologists think the Horsehead cloud will be around for another 5 million years or so before it starts to diminish. Presently, stargazers can follow the perplexing designs created by the vanishing of dust particles from mists using bright light. Sixth on the list is cosmic explosion dust. Then there's Copa A, which formed a long time ago in the constellation Copa due to a stellar explosion that happened 11,000 light-years away. Its remnants are still visible, and the heated dust is of great interest to astronomer Asen Romer because of the significant role it plays in the development of planets and life. The heavy elements ejected by cosmic explosions are thought to be the primary source of this kind of dust. The small bits of sulfur, oxygen, argon, and neon waste are now visible to the naked eye, and their brilliant orange and light pink glow is a testament to James Webb's work. As those minute pieces tear through the gas, they leave behind an infinite path of bullet holes, which are seen as dark openings in the photo. Additionally, we can observe light repeats, which occur when the material in space absorbs the initial light from the blast and re-emits it as infrared radiation. Section 7. The Snake's Cloud. The star-forming subregion, around 1,300 light-years from Earth, is a birthplace for various powerful forces of fortune and fate. Perfectly aligned protostellar outpourings, gas jets emitted by newborn stars as they interact with their surroundings, were among several anomalies discovered by NASA's James Webb Space Telescope within this cloud. Never before have these outpourings been pointed in the same direction. This advanced telescope also revealed the planet-forming disk known as the Bat Shadow, which resembles a fluttering bat. Pretty surprising, huh? Issue number 8, Hidden Features of the Central Milky Way. Thanks to the James Webb Space Telescope, we are learning a great deal more about the dense core of our galaxy. The latest high-resolution image of the Sagittarius region, about 300 light-years from the center of the Milky Way's supermassive black hole, was captured by the telescope's near-infrared sensor. In this image, we can see nearly 500,000 stars. Particularly perplexing to astronomers are needle-like features in ionized hydrogen that seem to defy established patterns. Additionally, the image shows a cluster of protostars that are still undergoing formation and mass development. Finally, jumbos, not the sandwiches, are paired objects with a mass equivalent to Jupiter that are likely recognizable to space enthusiasts. Found roughly 1 to 350 light-years away in the Orion cloud, these unbound double systems have planetary masses. About 40 of these jumbos were discovered by James Webb. They are entirely new to science, resembling pairs of planets with each having a mass between 6 and 14 times that of Jupiter. These objects are free to roam the galaxy, unattached to any star systems. The Carl G. Jansky Very Large Array was utilized by astronomers to identify radio signals emitting from one of these massive systems, specifically Jumbo 24. Reliable radio signals are radiating from both double components, and the fact that these jumbos can develop and maintain paired structures is astounding. Point 10. Fully examining the course of star formation. The process of star formation has long piqued the interest of researchers, yet direct observation has proven challenging due to the presence of gas and dust clouds that block visible light. This is where the James Webb Telescope proves invaluable. Its infrared light penetrates these clouds and reveals previously hidden details. Specifically, there is the Rho-Ophiuchi complex, which is located just 390 light-years from Earth. Around 50 young stars, some with masses comparable to our Sun, were captured in the telescope's frozen-in-time blast. Without James Webb, we would only see darkness. Countless young, low-mass stars were also found in the telescope's images, as well as the jets of gas and particles they emitted, which illuminated the molecular hydrogen clouds in their vicinity. Section 11. The Ring Nebula's Circular Design. Among the most intriguing planetary nebulae is the Ring Nebula, or M57, in Lyra. Located roughly 2,500 light-years away, it is relatively close to Earth. The discovery of unexpected details about this nebula,